Now it's true. Back to where I started. Life is everything and more. You're still you. You haven't changed. Baby, there's no problem. You just live with what you choose. We ain't got far to go. Back we're already there. Everything and more. Everything and more. Everything and more. Everything more. Everything more. Everything more. Everything and more. Everything more. Everything more. Everything more. Everything and more. Everything more. Everything more. Everything more. Everything and more. You're everything and more, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, corn dog lovers of all ages, welcome to In the Box with your hosts, Matt and Adam.
Everybody get.
Here we go.
Good evening.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. So, we got 7 people here. We may get this asked later on. We have some kind of disappointing news to give you. Our friend Gio is decided to step away from the show and step away from the In the Box as it is. He's trying to go to school. He's trying to do stuff for work. He somehow got himself into an ownership group of an outdoor team, and just doesn't have time and doesn't have the time that he wants to dedicate to be able to do this.
Right.
However, we are holding a chair for him. So we do have, as you can see here, we clearly have an open seat for him. He may even be out there watching for all we know, but he may be back. We're going to try to pressure him to coming back. Maybe towards the next season he'll want to come back, as we spend summer wondering whether or not we should keep on having shows when there's no news and things like that. And then we wind up with guests and everything. But for now, it's us.
It's just us. So it's back to the way it was, and our viewership has probably gone down quite a bit. But you're stuck with.
We had 216 people watching, and now we have 6.
Oh, okay. Well then.
So Gio, we love you, man. Excuse me. Anytime you want to come back, you're absolutely more than welcome. As much or as little involvement as you want. Things are getting.
But he has to write like a 10-page essay on why he wants to come back.
Yes, that is true. The application process is lengthy, so we will have to.
It's now lengthy. Now before it wasn't, but now we have a strict guideline.
Yes.
So.
That's true. It was much less formal before, which is how we got on in the first place. But now not only is there an application process, there's a re-application process to follow.
Yeah, ever since we got past credentials from Kansas City, I mean, we're not just going to give it to anybody. You know?
Right. We're kind of big time now.
Yeah, we're kind of big time. I mean,
I don't know if you realize this, we're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, 6 viewers equals big deal.
We're up to 7 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So tonight, in about a half an hour or so, we're going to have Nick McDonald, Joey, and name I have right here, Andrew from Sunflower State FC, Kansas City area M3 club and outdoor club, and jersey that Matt's wearing right now.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to that. There's not really a lot of news. I know that I've heard what's it?
Omaha swept this weekend. Congrats to them.
Yes.
Not for just having amazing jerseys, but for sweeping the Chicago Mustangs. I think it was like 12-9 and 7-6.
7-6 or 8-7 or something. Yeah, it was a 1-goal game. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool for Emmanuel and all those guys over there in Omaha.
Yep.
It's funny. Every time I hear Omaha now, it reminds me of the Manning brothers. How they always use that in their play calling.
Oh.
Omaha.
How was that? That was pretty good, huh?
That was good up until it sounded like a seal.
Well, there is that.
Yeah. Oh, you got it working.
So I got the soundboard working.
So do you want to just get it out of the way and play your new favorite?
Yeah. So why don't we do that? So if anyone hasn't seen the video, Matt is teaching his daughter Hannah, as everyone knows, some new sports skills, and there was a bat and a ball involved, and then this. It's good to see you're okay. That sounded painful.
Yeah, I was out for a couple of days after the line drive, but I'm feeling better. I'm starting to get feeling back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I got the soundboard in full. And another MASL news. The Baltimore Blast have announced their first 2 home game dates, December 4th and December 11th.
Again,
I feel like we've been here before, so let's fingers crossed and everything that nothing bad happens, and that they have those dates and they are able to get fans in and everyone's able to go back to whatever normal is normal.
I think Maryland is one of those states that's doing like a no mask mandate or something like that. I think they're lifting a lot of the things in Maryland, which is good news for them.
I think Wisconsin did too. Hey, Aaron, speaking of high quality streaming, how is the video and sound and everything? My streaming platform changed they updated something in the last 2 weeks, and I have no idea what they updated, but Matt and I kind of struggled for a little bit getting on.
Yeah, we're gonna blame Gio on this one.
We started with and then eventually we got, and then finally, if it comes out okay,
a longer ding. That's right. Yeah.
And hopefully we won't end up with
like one of my favorite all-time.
Oh boy, this is fun. Speaking of Baltimore, special shout out to the Phantom Knocker. Milwaukee quality stream. That's good. That's good. Not the U.S. futsal quality stream.
At least we're not Florida.
We could be.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Blast, and then the corn dog in the middle, and then, I'm up there, and then.
Here we go. Now we're back to normal.
There.
That's never gonna not be fun.
I know, true. So let's see what else. So the M2, I want to say, I thought the LMFR was this weekend, but I could be wrong. I thought they rescheduled it to May 1st, but.
If only we had someone that knew something about that league.
I don't have any real news on that. I can tell you Sunflower State, the outdoor team won 5-3 yesterday.
They're doing, and we'll wait till we talk more with them.
Well, I know, but I'm it's filler.
They're killing it on social media.
Yep.
They're doing things right. They are filling their feeds, and I scrolled through a bunch today, and there's a number of posts per day. I'm definitely impressed.
Could we ask Kansas City Comet play-by-play announcer / good friend of the stream, Nick Vassos, what he thinks of the Sunflower Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's speechless. Of course, I make that noise at least once or twice every day.
Oh yeah.
The things that I see, that's exactly how I sound.
Half the things that I say per day I couldn't put on the soundboard because YouTube might ban us.
Yeah. And then we'd have to go back to Facebook.
Because then, I mean, it would. No.
Well, we almost had an episode where we did do that.
There was. And I actually did on my music channel. I did a video of how to create that beep and how to bleep out stuff in a video. So that was fun. Speaking of my other channel and my other band, or my one band, oh, that one, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading chat here from Aaron.
I'm like, either A, he's frozen, B, he forgot what he was saying, and then or he was reading chat.
Reading chat. I can't do more than one thing at a time. I can barely do one thing at a time. Definitely can't do more than one thing at a time.
I seriously thought we were having another Geo episode from 2 weeks ago where like the video went crazy and
I don't think we have sound during that time, but you know what they say. They're lucky they even have a picture.
They are very lucky. You guys should be thanking us.
Yeah. So my band Underground Hive released our full-length album on Friday, April 30th. It's called Themes from Strange Dreams. It is available on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube Music, something called Deezer, something called something I've never heard of, and soon to be on Napster.
Oh my God, I was just about to ask about Napster.
So we use a service called DistroKid, and you just basically upload your stuff to DistroKid, and they take care of shooting it out to like 30 different platforms. And I saw Napster, and I'm like, what is this? Napster is actually a streaming platform right now.
Yeah, so for those of you that are younger than us that have no idea what Napster is, think of it as a watered down version of like a Spotify. It's a place where you went back in the day to download music.
It was similar to torrents now. Torrents is the new technology that took over that, but essentially it's all peer-to-peer. So somebody posts a song, somebody grabs a song from that person, and pretty soon 100 people have the song. And when you download the song, you're downloading bits and pieces from all those 100 people. So the favorite trick to do was they would get up to 99% after like 7 days of downloading and then just disconnect and you wouldn't have the whole song.
Yeah.
Or yeah, actually, in the way the file worked.
Like going back to 2 weeks ago, that's when your mom picked up the phone when you were at like 99%.
That's one sound I didn't get.
What?
An old modem sound.
The modems. Oh, the days of AOL dial-up.
Yeah,
they always had celebrities do the You've Got Mail.
Yeah.
So you would like log on and it'd be a certain celebrity and you had to guess who it was. And
the good old days.
Yeah.
Aaron said Napster's Napster's taping things off the radio from other people's CD rips. That sounds about right. So
yeah, that's about.
We're gonna have to address some things on this show over time because they aren't just going away. Aaron asked what we thought about the first team of the NISL, the Memphis Americans.
Ooh, that reminds me of something else that we could talk about that is MASL related.
Okay.
Expansion. Alec Marshke put that up on in the box thing, and I think it's a great question and it's something that we could definitely talk about.
Yeah.
To go back to your original question, good for them. I hope they sell out
tens of seats.
Tens of seats. That's great.
I like the idea of having a women's team and a men's team in the same leagues. I don't know if I'd expect families to go to 4.5 to 5 hours of games a day.
No.
We got guys at the Wave who are season ticket holders who can't ever show up on time to like the first quarter of the first game or out of any game.
Yep.
I have a feeling, you would get, what do I think of the name? The Memphis Americans? Sure. I don't know. We need Jay to really rate those because I'm not really good at ranking team names. I think Milwaukee Wave is fine, and he rated that like one of the worst ones ever.
Yeah, better than Utica.
The picture of their arena looked cool.
Yeah, the picture of the arena looks great, and I'm going to be interested to see what happens the first game.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what happens. I've heard some things. I don't want to necessarily betray any trust. It sounds like it's going to be very basic. I would expect 4 teams in the starting season. But since we're on that topic, there's another league that announced startup, the ASL. Age, sex, location?
No, American Sign Language.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like they're targeting major cities, and they're going to go back to Detroit, whose claim to fame was once they had a team that averaged 5,000 fans per game. So if you take it back in the days when everyone else was averaging 10 to 15,000.
Now, are these leagues like hopping into a time machine and going back to like the 80s and 90s, or are they? They're going to be at 2021, right?
NISL is starting this December. ASL, who has no teams announced, it's starting in 2022. So a year from this, I don't know. American Sex Language, that would work too. I guess. Yeah. I don't know what to think about those. The last thing this sport needs is more leagues. The last thing this league needs is more diversification and more spreading out. There's only so many fans that have shown that they want to go to this sport, and I think those should be brought into. I get the whole I want to run it better, and I think I can run it better than anyone else thinking. I mean, but like there's 40 years of history of what that's done to this sport already.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of different leagues that have happened and fallen under NPSL, CISL,
XSL,
yeah,
MISL, MISL2, MISL3, Elemental PASL,
yeah,
the GFYSL,
the GSASL,
the WTFSL.
Yep. I mean, we could go on with ampersand SL.
So if we did a league, would it be the CASL or the CDASL?
It would probably be the ACDSL.
Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn dogs for all these people.
ASL.
Yeah, Aaron said anyone can do it better for about 6 years, and I mean 6 is kind of being generous. So I won't name him by name. I love him as a person. The founder of the NISL. His track record with teams is not very good. I think he's owned about 20 different sports teams in his life, and he's kept them up and running for a year and a half, 2 years, and dumped them off and gone on to the next one. And he did that to St. Louis, and he kind of left a financial ruin in St. Louis. He did that to Florida, left a financial ruin in Florida. And fortunately, both of those, fortunately, unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, both of those areas had owners that came in and picked up and are making things out of the teams. But it's just kind of like what's going to happen in the league now when the league doesn't do well in 2 years. And I know Jay mentioned this in some of his videos. You shouldn't really expect the team to do well in its first 5 years of existence, and I think that's about right. I know when Mike Zimmerman came in and took over Milwaukee. His 5-year plan was to win a championship, and he did it. But it was an established team. It wasn't something brand new. So now we're having a brand new league with brand new teams that claim they aren't going after MASL teams. Now I've heard that MASL teams are interested in maybe moving over there, which, great, good luck. But I don't know that that's what this sport needs right now. Or ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of tying into the whole expansion thing. Like and Alec asked the question, and I said, as of right now, no. No expansion is needed at this point.
I agree with that. However, I'm gonna, and I've said Jay's name like 7 times, and I know he's not watching. He had a point that I haven't really thought of in that way before. Is that if you expand into in-between areas, you can remove the excuse of travel cost for the reason why teams play the same teams every year. So you can, or reduce that. I hadn't really thought of it that way.
Well, yeah, I think it needs to be in the right area. Now, I understand that we need a team in Charlotte and we need a team in like Nashville so we can have Florida go somewhere else, a team in Atlanta. I get it, but just putting a team there for something to do isn't really...
Right. Wouldn't it just be easier to have Florida just go away?
I mean, yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about them traveling. Nobody has to travel down there. And then you could just hold a mini tournament at some arena in Florida one time a year or whatever.
Well, then you would have to get rid of Tacoma, too, because Tacoma's in the same boat.
Yeah, but I like Tacoma.
Oh, so do I.
Oh, we can't do that. Tacoma, you can put a team somewhere in the middle. I mean, like your John Madden drawing, you drew California as like the entire West Coast. And it's kind of like that, though. I mean, you can have 4 or 5 different teams in California with completely different markets that don't overlap each other at all.
I mean, we've brought this up before, Boise, Idaho. That would be because they had a exhibition game there.
They had like 6,000 fans there.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be a perfect spot for. I mean, if the track record is there, then yes, I think expansion should happen.
What would you name an Idaho team?
I don't know.
Aaron has a good name. The Idaho Potatoes.
So, fun fact: the Syracuse Chiefs. Well, now they're the Syracuse Mets. They had a promotion where they were like the Syracuse salt potatoes. Because Syracuse is known for their salt potatoes.
I've heard of them, but I've never had them. But I like salt and I like potatoes, so
Syracuse is the salt city, and they're known for salt potatoes. So it was the Syracuse salt potatoes versus the Rochester garbage plates. It was a series.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
But I would probably go with the Idaho Spuds or something like that.
Oh, Spuds is even better. I like it.
But so yes to expansion, no right now. I mean, some teams that are definitely could be a part of expansion, like Wichita, Cleveland. Teams like that draw in people. I even said New Mexico.
Aaron said Las Vegas. I mean, they had the Legends, so I don't know, Aaron. I don't know how long you've been watching Wave games. I think it's been a while. But when the teams merged over from the MISL into the PASL to form the MASL, say that 10 times fast. There was Las Vegas Legends, made the playoffs a couple of years. Played in a center that looked a lot like Turlock's.
I do remember that. Yeah,
that was
yeah, I don't. Well, we do know someone that lives in Las Vegas that might run a team eventually.
We do.
Yeah. Do you want a hint as to who it is?
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I understand. But when you point to the scarf, oh yeah, never mind. We're gonna have to have a special birthday party for the scarfiversary.
The scarf of
You like that?
I do, yeah.
Las Vegas had the Americans as well back in the day. That's interesting. Now Memphis has them.
Yeah, I think. I mean, good for them. I hope the league does well, but I don't know.
And maybe, I mean, one of the things the owner did say was that it should create some competition between the leagues. And I think if that would happen, competition's good because competition makes every side work better in almost every aspect of life, wherever you are. You can't get complacent. But we're just coming off a pandemic. We're going to have a new commissioner at some point. We don't know what's going to even happen at that point. It's probably not going to be one person from what I'm hearing. It's going to be more than one. It's going to be a complete replacement of the front office from what I've heard. Granted, the front office was really two people and it's going to be more than two, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. I've heard some really crazy rumors, but yeah, I mean, Aaron said what gets fans and seats is really the question. And then Adam says, if Rodgers would go to the Raiders, he could fund an indoor soccer team there. Hey, Aaron. Team in Indiana would be good, except for traveling there would be boring as hell.
Yeah. True.
But I mean, Iowa, yeah, I thought Iowa was a good market.
Yeah, I thought Cedar Rapids was fine. I mean, the field was kind of interesting, Florida-esque, if you will.
Replace the field, the announcers, the broadcast, and the owner, and you got a team.
Right.
Because that was Kokalis before he...
Yeah, before he
Steve Millered himself out of there.
No.
Get that reference?
No.
Steve Miller had a song called Take the Money and Run.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Almost, yeah, Aaron says that's why. We have two Aarons here. We have Aaron and we have Aaron. We have Aaron Bennett, who's not related to Ian Bennett.
Right, and then we have
Aaron De La Rosa, who also is not related to Ian Bennett. Just to point that out.
Oh, okay, all right. Both Aarons are here.
And Brad, that's a good point. The new league will not thrive without the big players in the sport like Baltimore, Milwaukee, San Diego, Utica, KC, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think the minds that are starting these new leagues think that the game of today has no talent and that they can replace it with whatever they want to and grow the talent. And I have to say, good for them. Congratulations. You'll do fine. You have my vote. Right. Or...
yes. Yeah. Or... Yeah.
So, the season's over. With 2 weeks left of the season, all I could think of was I can't wait till the season's over just to get the weird stuff gone and just start new. Like, just let's clear the table, just wipe it all clean, and now I miss it.
Yeah, I do too. A lot of, I did a lot. It's weird. Like, this season was just really weird, and this is like the most I've done for any season. Like, going to Kansas City for the All-Star game and then going to Kansas City for the semifinals. Like, I've never done that. I mean, yeah, I've traveled to different arenas and stuff, but the stuff that I've done over the last 4 months is just...
We need to make a pact that if we're ever in another season where both of our teams aren't playing, we don't continue to try to talk about the sport every goddamn week. while we're lamenting that our teams aren't playing.
I'll try.
Unless I start drinking and we drink more on the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm interested in that. I mean, I even miss stuff like,
I will never miss that.
I know. What about...
Because as you know, I don't know if you know this, but I fall asleep usually to some sort of indoor soccer game.
Yeah.
And lately it's been like old CISL games, like the Washington Warthogs.
Boy.
Yeah. But one night I had an MASL game on, and then like at like 3 a.m, like I had autoplay on. So at like 3 a.m, that came on, and I'm like ready to like jump out of bed and like crane kick someone.
Welcome to Ontario International Airport.
This is too easy. And I have essentially unlimited. Aaron, I do not have any Calafino ads on my soundboard. That's where I draw the line, note to self.
But you do have please hold.
So now I have no one to talk to when Matt leaves.
I'm right here.
Hi, Gerg. How are you? How are you enjoying your chair over there? Oh, Matt's back.
Slippery balls.
Oh.
Can I do a... All right, YouTube has a feature where I can mark stuff in the stream, and I don't know what it does, but I want to see if that will mark a corn dog moment. So, if you guys haven't heard, there's like twice as many people on as started. Gio has decided to step away from the show due to personal reasons, lack of time being the like number one thing. He's trying to go to school to become, someone smart, way smarter than us. He's somehow, as I say that, he's somehow wound himself up into an ownership team of an outdoor league or outdoor. Yeah, he's on the ownership team of an outdoor team. So maybe he's not as smarter than the rest of us, and just doesn't have time to do everything. And something had to go, and he figured for the off season he would step away. So we're trying to keep things going. Don't careful with that thing. The
slippery balls.
So he wanted to kind of let he left us in a good spot. I'm not going to be able to do as good of graphics and video work as he did, but I can throw stuff together, maybe.
And I can draw things on my board once in a while. So
yeah, Aaron says he also took 250 viewers with him, probably. But that means I'm gonna have to create the corn dog moment videos, and I trying a new thing in YouTube where I can add a stream marker, and when I click on it, it says stream marker added. Markers appear in the video editor after your stream ends. So maybe that means when we say something that we think is funny, I mean nobody else thinks it's funny except for us, I can hit that and then go there and create a corn dog moment.
Right.
There is that.
Yeah.
Adam says he had to play Black and Yellow the other day. The Wave song, which I can't play here because from what I heard back when Wave actually used to play, a bunch of their YouTube videos got not taken down, but they weren't able to be uploaded right away after the stream because that song triggered the copyright block.
It's funny when we were out in Kansas City the first time, we were out on the field like before the All-Star game, whatever, and there was music playing, and none of that got like copyright, whatever. But I was telling you, when I went live for one of the semifinal games, Warner Brothers deemed 46 seconds of my video. So I had to, apparently it's muted. So
when I did the Kiss video for the Kiss corn dog, which if you haven't seen that, go look for it. They immediately blocked it, not blocked it, but they gave me a warning it was going to be blocked in like 126 countries. And most of the countries I didn't even know were actually countries on that list. I'm like, well, wait a minute. It plays in the US? I'm good with that.
Well, I'd like to remind those 126 countries that aren't even that you don't know exist. If you're watching this and you like what you see, do you want to show them what to do?
I don't have a button for that.
Oh, there you
Subscribe. Hey, everybody, click the like button.
Oh yeah.
So it turns out,
That's
or do this, or subscribe and hit the little bell thingy. I don't have a little bell. I need a little bell.
Yeah, you do.
It's hard. That took me like a half an hour to make, and I was following a step-by-step tutorial on YouTube on how to make it. I don't have the greatest video skills. So you have to basically take that and like draw the triangle and draw the box and draw the thing by hand, and then have it color by hand, and then tell it to start way over here and then go over here and then turn gray and then go over here and go. It's just,
I probably could make a diagram a la John Madden for that, but I digress.
all right. So the only other thing that I know of as far as news is I heard the St. Louis Ambush will be announcing a coach maybe this week, maybe next week. If it's the person that I heard, he was a player in the 90s that probably nobody knows of today, but St. Louis people might know of him. And that person actually isn't in our group and probably won't be watching this. I was told the name, and this is not a confidential source, so I was told the name was Greg Muir, M-U-H-R. Will be the new head coach of the Ambush. Played for the St. Louis Storm from 90 to 92, and for the Ambush for the second half of the 95 and 96 season. That sounds like a lot of experience. He's from Chicago. He moved to St. Louis and is coaching a youth club right now. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
That may be good. That may be bad.
Nothing really. I mean, I have nothing really to comment on at this point until something is official from the Ambush. But
and even if it's official, if it's someone that we don't know, we don't really know. If it's someone who has not coached in the league before, we won't know until they start playing.
Yep.
So maybe we'll see like the Central Cup and without John Sosa out there for a game. Maybe that maybe he'll work on their aim.
Maybe.
Technical difficulties. But I think it's probably time to invite our guests.
Yeah, sure.
I need to figure out how to do this. So we have this nifty little thing here. Let me just give a sneak preview.
It's very nifty. You guys are just gonna.
We have this nifty thing where we have like me here and then Matt up there, and then over this way we have three. But I don't know who's gonna show up in what box, and I have to configure each person in each box separately. So
it's kind of gonna be like let's make a deal or something. Like, do you want the box or what's behind guest number 2?
Right, exactly. Oh, I'm sending links now. And as the people come in, I have to copy a link over and get it set up. It works easy for Matt and I because we've already been established to this program, and all I need to do is click, and we're done.
And boom.
And boom.
Boom.
Boom, we subscribe.
Oh, yeah. And if anyone has no idea what we're talking about, go watch the last corn dog moment.
Yes. So hashtag corn dog moments. I think they're in a playlist. If not, I will get them in a playlist.
Yeah, I think they're in a playlist.
And we take 3 to 4 minutes of funny, and I use that term very loosely, things that happen on this show and put them into a video. And that way you don't have to watch 2.5 hours to find the one funny thing that we.
Well, it's usually more than one funny thing. There's quite a few, but we only like to put like a 4-minute snippet. I mean, if we took all the funny moments, it'd be pretty much the thing.
we could just upload the same video and call it Corn Dog Moments.
Right.
So far no one's joined, but I told him about 9:15 or so. So we're running over there.
Oh, I don't even know what time it is. So
It's
sure.
Hey Google, what time is it?
Well, see, there you go.
9:13 p.m.
So that means it's 10:13 here. Okay.
Time zones. Can we get rid of time zones and just have everyone live in the same time, but it'll be dark somewhere where it's light somewhere else?
No, I think time zones are fine. We don't need to have expansion of time zones either. So.
Do we need more time zones? Do we need more cities like the little pocket in Arizona that just says, I'm not doing daylight saving time, so good luck trying to figure out what time it is here?
Yeah, I think so.
So like on my block, like every other house doesn't want to participate, but everyone does. We could just say, okay, all the even numbers are non-participating, all the odd numbers are. Who takes a train anymore?
Then you could have then all the even number houses could have daylight savings time parties.
Right.
And then all the odd number houses would be like, ooh, look at the even number house over there.
We went to Ohio a couple of years ago for daughter soccer tournament, and someone asked me what it's like there. And I said, everyone's 1 hour dumber.
Oh, we love the Cleveland Crunch. That's pretty much. I have to agree because I did live in Ohio for a summer.
We had fun in Ohio. It was just crossing that time border. I'm like, hey, I'm in the future.
Yeah, I did not have fun. But anyways. Oh, now on my end, it says not visible unknown user. So I don't know if it says that on your end or what.
We have someone joining.
I know that.
We got more people joining. Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. We're trying to figure out how to get you on the screen here.
Wait, is that Nick up top?
I think so. Nick, can you hear us? Why can't I unmute Nick? Oh, I know why. Oh.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. That might have been on my end.
There we go. Okay.
They should be coming in.
Yep, they are. I'm seeing them here. All right. Guess number 2. Be coming in. Is that Joey or Andrew?
That is Andrew.
Okay. We should have taken a time out and set this up.
Yeah, you gotta take a time out, man.
We actually have a scene for a timeout too.
I know. I know. We saw. Eric would be proud.
All right. You guys all hear us?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Yeah, we should have done that in a timeout. Oh, next time.
Yeah.
I got the black and yellow sunflower thing going on. I got the logo. Everyone can wait for an extra 30 seconds while we get things set up. So, hey guys, thanks a lot for joining. Matt, I think you're the only one that's met anyone in person. You and Nick met in KC. So,
That's right.
Adam from Milwaukee wearing a Utica jersey. Matt from Utica or Syracuse wearing a sunflower jersey.
True story.
Yeah.
So how's it going, guys?
No, it's good. We actually just got done with practice for outdoor. So we had a recovery session. We had the game last night, and so I literally just got home. So good timing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we with no real news going on, we ran out of stuff to talk about. So we're like, oh, let's have them on right away.
Yeah, we love it. This is awesome.
Cool.
Well, you guys were well represented a couple weeks ago in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, we so I saw, Matt and I talked together, and obviously we met at the game, the last Comets game, and I said I would send him a jersey, and then he sent back saying that he would wear it on one of the episodes, and so he let me know that he was wearing it, and I told all of our guys, and we have a good group of guys, so they all joined and put sunflowers in the chat, so it was pretty cool.
That was great. We got Wyatt in there right now.
Good. Wyatt had a couple of assists this weekend.
Nice.
Good player.
So you guys are headlong into the outdoor season. What's going on with indoor for you? With it's MASL 3. Is it going to be any exhibition games anymore? What's going on there?
Andrew, do you want to take this one?
You're muted.
Yeah, I think you're muted, Andrew. Go click on like the settings and try to figure out if your microphone's on. Joey, are you not muted? Maybe you could take this.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
I can hear you, Joe.
Yeah, for right now, we're focusing on outdoor for our outdoor season, and then after our outdoor season, we'll refocus for indoor. But that's where our focus is right now, is focus on this UPSL season and making it the best we can make it.
Nice.
Yeah, so far you guys have been doing pretty good. I think was it 5-3 yesterday?
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
It was a good game yesterday. I mean, there's some things that obviously that we'll have to work on as the season goes through, but we got a good group of young men, and we're trying to create a good culture within Sunflower State FC, and we got great coaches like Nick McDonald, Kenny Mayer, and Ann Murphy to help us create that culture and establish ourselves growing into the summer season and going into the future.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a rough first game. Like fitness level switching from indoor to outdoor is a little bit difficult. And then obviously the substitution rule being the way that it is, people have to play more minutes, and so it was a slow game. People were getting into it, and so but it was good to get a win. So
Nice. Are any of these games streamed for people to be able to watch?
Andrew, are you unmuted yet?
I think there's anything I can do.
Andrew, try clicking in the settings and then like in the top right. Should say audio source, and mine was like muted, so I don't know. Messing with that. So I guess I'll take it. Yeah. So we stream all of our games on MyCujo.
Sure. Yeah.
And so we actually got. I've been rewatching the game, and it actually is pretty decent quality. I know sometimes they struggle with quality on a lot of the people who stream on that website, but the first game looked pretty good. So we play again Sunday at 5 Central Time.
Okay.
Against another team from Wichita, actually. So,
how many teams are in your league there?
You want to take this, Joe?
We have Andrew can correct me on this 5-team division. We had 6 teams, but unfortunately that one dropped out. So right now we're at 5-team division, the UPSL. Actually, a fun fact: Andrew here is actually the conference commissioner for our division and conference. So he could talk. We'll speak a little bit about more than I can.
Andrew, third time's the charm, man. Go for it.
Yeah, we still don't have audio here.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He's better at owning a club than doing video calls. I promise.
Well,
I get touched for that. Andrew's been great. He's one of the reasons we are so successful. He does a lot of our game day operations and a lot of our organization of management alongside myself. And one of the things I'll say about our outdoor season that will be unique is that being in the UPSL, this is our first season. So this is the season where we're just trying to establish ourselves, because last season we created a tournament which was called the MLSC, and we created due to the COVID stuff, and we were able to create it with a bunch of NPSL, USL2 teams, and UPSL teams at the time. So this was our first outdoor season competing in an actual semi-professional league.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, what Andrew and Joey have kind of done, we started the club a year ago, really, and we started it right about when the COVID stuff all kicked off. We're like, crap, what do we do, you know? And so they did an excellent job. None of the leagues were playing in outdoor, and like USL League 2 wasn't having a season. UPSL wasn't having a season. And so they created a tournament, and we got a lot of big name teams from how many states? Like 7 states, Joey, or something?
We were at 7, and in the fall we were able to grow it not just to the Midwest, but also into the Great Lakes region as well. And just of late, we had a mini cup where we featured some teams from Arkansas and Southern Missouri.
Yeah, so I mean that tournament was awesome, and then getting established in the indoor scene, MASL 3. I mean, what they've done in such a short amount of time is incredible, and we have a lot of people interested in joining the club. I get a million texts from players wanting to join, and I think it's awesome that we're established now, both in indoor and in outdoor. And so we have some players who struggled in outdoor and did amazing in indoor. But definitely Andrew and Joey deserve a lot of credit for what they've done. So
Yeah, we still don't have you, Andrew.
I guess for this
do like an interpretive dance or something.
yeah. And we literally sat before this, and I was like, guys, we need to test our audio video. I was the one I was most worried about, but I think it's working fine.
So
Andrew's usually the reliable one.
Yeah.
We're on we were doing this on Zoom, and Zoom's quality is not very good, and just streaming both to Facebook and YouTube were not very consistent. We would get times where Matt and I, one of the first times we tried, it was like 45 minutes before we got it to work, and we finally figured it out. And then Facebook would change our stuff, and then we moved it over to YouTube, and then one week all of a sudden everything on YouTube would be changed, and it was from some weird Zoom update. So I found this program. I do everything through a streaming program called OBS, so that you guys are on this thing called OBS.ninja, and it's very stealthy because nobody can hear Andrew. But I'm trying to. I don't see anything else that I can do from my side, because we've had this going five or six times now, and it's been really good. Andrew just left again, and all of a sudden out of nowhere tonight they changed something, and I had to do a couple different things to get things working. But I have those all set up now.
Yeah, it's funny. We use GroupMe for like our communication with the club, and all the guys are giving Andrew crap right now, so they're all watching. They're saying, "Don't talk too much, boss."
Yeah. But No, you gotta love the guys though. The good thing about our club and our group of guys is everyone has a great sense of humor, but also there's a good sense of camaraderie and family. And that's one of the things we try to grow to build.
That's cool. Yeah, it's important, especially if it's not we're not dealing with billion-dollar athletes and things, and you need to get that sense of community. That's one of the big draws for a lot of the indoor teams. Is, hey, I can go talk to my favorite players. I can message them on Facebook. I can go watch them on this goofy Monday night show from a bunch of idiots that are running a live stream.
Yeah. No, and one of the big things I tell the guys and everything is that feel free to reach out to me, Nick, and myself, and also like people around. Like people text me all the time and text Andrew and stuff. And we're really about like having people not just from the team but also from the community reach out to us because we're a community based team and that's how we want to represent ourselves.
Yeah, I like that.
Tried it for a fourth time here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes!
Whoa.
You did it.
It was
Well,
Safari.
there's our episode of In the Box. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Good. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm glad to be here.
I guess we got IT customer service in there.
Yeah,
That's
I
definitely
shouldn't
not
say
my job, clearly.
I shouldn't say that I work in IT, but I don't do this kind of stuff. I do all the back end server stuff. I'm the one running the servers that all this stuff is going through, and when it doesn't work, it's like, oh, why doesn't it work? I don't know. It must be a problem.
I did the old kick myself out 5 times and try a different browser trick, and it finally worked.
And Matt and Adam, if it makes you feel better, I work in data science, and everyone confuses me for the IT guy half the time.
Yep. Yeah. I do VMware and all the virtual backend things. So people hear, oh, you work in IT? Yeah, I got this problem with my printer at home. And I'm like, I don't my printer died when COVID first started. And I usually buy like the cheap $150 lasers and they run for a couple of years and they die and then you just throw them out and you buy a new one. I bought the new one. It's still in the box, completely taped up. Haven't even unboxed it yet. And if I need to print something, I'll be like, here, honey, print this for me. You have a printer that works. The kids want something printed, go ask mom. She'll be able to print something. So everyone's clapping for you, Andrew, in the chat because you did it.
Finally.
All right, so
better late than never, I guess.
What questions did we talk about that you wanted to talk about? We haven't really gotten into it too much.
I could hear the guys. They covered it pretty well as far as where we're wanting to go and what we're trying to build, and the foundation that we've been able to lay over the last year of COVID challenges and everything. So I think they hit it pretty well.
Nice. Who runs your social media?
It's a pretty collaborative effort that we've been working on. The best attack for it, and it's gotten a lot better over the last few months with a team of interns that we have working with us that are volunteering some time, along with Joey and Salvatore Sesti, who does our play-by-play for these live streams as well, has been doing a lot of work with it.
They're doing like 2 thumbs up for me.
Awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. We'll make sure to tell them that.
Yeah.
Speaking of the announcers, I don't know if Eric and Nick are in here or not, but I would love to get them to come announce a game with Sesti sometime. Announce one of our games. That'd be awesome. I've been meaning to reach out to them. I know they're busy, but if they could find the time, I think that'd be awesome.
Well, Adam, do you want to give them a little snippet of what Nick would probably?
Yeah, please.
So we asked Nick the question, and here's his answer.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Yeah. So Eric had put him on the spot in a game and asked him. So when was this? This was earlier in the season. It was against Tacoma, and he asked. They were going into overtime. And Eric says, well, Nick, who do you think the star is going to be? And he said, Corey Keats. And Nick's like, but that means we would lose. And sure enough, Corey Keats scores the game-winning goal. in overtime. And of course, Nick didn't live that down. And at the point, I think they were announcing it was San Diego and Florida, and they're announcing who is going to be the winner or the star, who's going to be the highlight in overtime. And that was Nick's answer. And then he's like, Savoy Morgan? But
yeah.
I did get approval from Nick to use that sound clip, so I will use that for the rest of my life.
They're good guys. They're amazing.
So Nick, I have a question for you. So after the season ended in indoor, what is it like with the transition from indoor to outdoor for you?
Yeah, so it was actually a struggle for me personally. Like I messaged you, I think was that on Twitter or did I text you? Going from indoor and wearing the flats to cleats tripped me up the first game. I slipped a couple times, and then like I went to step and I forgot the cleats were there, so it's definitely it definitely takes some getting used to going back and forth. I will say that. And like we had O'Dane Sinclair playing with us the first game. He played center back, and I was talking to him, and he said it took some getting used to too. So, I mean, it's definitely tricky, but I mean, I like them both, honestly. Obviously we all grow up playing outdoor our whole lives, right? And then indoor is something that it takes a while to get used to, right? I mean, I'm still learning. And so definitely the switching back and forth is a little tricky, but it's fun. I like it. So
it's funny because there's a lot of people who say, oh, it's soccer, whatever they can learn. But and then there's the hardcore fans that are like, nope, the games are completely separate. Very few indoor translate to outdoor and vice versa. But you never think of it because of the reasons like your shoes have an extra half inch on the bottom of them.
Yeah. It's true though. But no, I mean, there's some incredible players in the MASL, like the Ontario Fury player. I mean, the league was stacked this year, but there's so many of those players who could compete outdoor. And there's so many outdoor players who could probably compete indoor, right? But they are, in my opinion, they are a little bit different games, and we could see it with our Sunflower guys. Some guys struggled to get used to the indoor game, and then some guys got the hang of it and were incredible, right? And so there is that back and forth though. But it is interesting to see how the players develop all year round, indoor and outdoor. So that's something that's new for me. So it's been awesome.
So how many of the outdoor guys played indoor with the team this year?
Joey, do you want to take this?
Yeah. One of the things as a club that we've done even before is called Sunflower. We actually played both indoor and outdoor. And one of the things is I'd say we had about 6 or 7 guys that were playing both indoor and outdoor this season on first team. We do have if you had some of the reserve guys, it's probably up in the 10 to 15 range. And the interesting part was some of these kids that were playing in our indoor MASL 3 team, because of the interesting COVID situation, that the week right after the MASL 3 championship, they had to switch to outdoor, like on the fly. And it was interesting because some of those kids that did that, they actually scored like 2 to 3 goals within the first 2 games. They were back within that week transition. And like Nick said, it's not an easy task. And it's interesting to see that transition from indoor to outdoor.
Yeah, so to touch on that a little bit, we had an open tryout for the MASL 3 season, and we surprisingly found quite a few players, honestly, who came in and made an impact. And it's kind of interesting with those open tryouts because you never know what you're going to get, right? And so we thought, hey, it's an indoor tryout, MASL3. We really didn't know what to expect, but a lot of those guys came in and did really well, and then have transitioned, and some of them are playing for the outdoor team now. For example, Spence, who's in the chat, big, strong defender in indoor, and now he's playing outdoor for us. So I'd say a good portion of them are doing both indoor and outdoor now. But to what Joey was saying, some of the guys went straight from indoor to their college seasons because we have a lot of college guys. And so, I mean, I think it helped them a lot to stay in shape. And then they really performed pretty well. Wyatt and Guillermo at Benedictine, they did very, very well. Mike Keon. So it was cool to see them transitioning so quickly from indoor to outdoor, and doing very well. So it was fun to see.
I think to kind of touch on that, I think it's really a credit to our guys because the transition from outdoor to indoor initially to MASL3, and I think Nick will concur with this, was at first a little rough. The first game or two was like, okay, it's a whole new ball game, but they really picked it up very quickly, turned it around, and we had, turned it up to a pretty good season. And then this transition right back to outdoor has been fairly flawless for those guys going back to outdoor for their college teams, like you said, and then into the UPSL. It's just getting out there and playing again is the biggest thing, and playing together.
Yeah, I imagine it's hard to, I guess, translate positions and things like that. And your roster is at least 75% more for the outdoor than it is the indoor.
Yeah, definitely. And so I've got to give a shout out, maybe suck up a little bit here, but it definitely helped me because I had no experience coaching indoor, right? And so it's definitely helped me having Kenny Mayer on the staff. Obviously, Kenny, the son of Alan Mayer. So I mean, they've both been in the indoor game for forever, So it definitely helped having Kenny on the staff. And then obviously playing with the Comets and learning from Stefan Chokic and Leo Gibson, and then kind of just translating what they've taught me and then teaching that to the Sunflower guys helped tremendously. Like we might not have had nearly as good of a season this season if I hadn't been learning from those guys. So credit to them.
Nice. Aaron De La Rosa wants to know if you use the same keepers for indoor and outdoor.
Why don't you take this one, Andrew?
Yeah, for the most part, we ended up this year transitioning. One of our main goalies will be Tito Favela, played a lot for us in indoor. And then Matthew Solorio, who started yesterday for us in the UPSL, also started a game for us in the MASL 3. So we do have a lot of transition and crossover there. And both of them have done, in my view, fantastic in both, and transitioning one to the other, because if there's a different spot to play indoor and outdoor, it's definitely goalie. With the corners and indoor and everything bouncing around, it's a wildly different game for them.
And how old's Matthew?
Matthew is 15 years old, has been playing with both of us in MASL 3 and on the UPSL. And I got to tell you, he's had some of the best saves I've seen at either and of any of the goalies in either of those levels so far, without a doubt.
So he's the younger brother of Hector Solorio, who's on the Comets.
Oh, he's on the Comets.
Yeah, and so and actually we have Lou Meisner, who's also going to play outdoor with us. So those will be our three goalies. So Lou Meisner from the Comets, for everyone who doesn't know.
Is Lou allowed to run out to midfield like he did in indoor?
No, we gotta keep him like chained to
Might have to rein that one in a little.
I think if they had a save of the season, I think it for all the teams and all the games, playoffs and everything, I think Lou would have gotten it because there was and he was horribly out of position for one play, and the ball came back across, and he just like materialized out of nowhere, fully across the face of the goal to make the save. It was amazing. That was before the playoffs. That was about mid.
Are you talking about the one that they chipped it from midfield and he like came out, or are you talking about a different one? Because I think that was Mark Saxby.
This one was Meisner for sure.
Oh, okay.
But it was something where he went out to play the ball, didn't get it, or it got to someone else, and they had basically just an open goal with no defenders or any. And he just they made a backdoor pass, and he just flew out of nowhere and made the save.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Towards
maybe like Dallas.
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to watch. We'll have to watch some games. We'll have to see if we can have a watch party and find that game.
There you go.
Yeah, that was good player. Definitely a fan.
No, lose.
So, is there any other are there any other players in the MASL playing in the same league as you guys? Now you mentioned Lou Meisner plays for you. Now, is there anyone else that we may know?
So a fair amount of in the MASL 3 anyway that have transitioned also that we played against the Wichita Wings 2 have also playing with the team that we just played this week in Inter Wichita. So they're transitioning a few guys indoor, outdoor as well. So from the M3 division, Nick, I don't know about from M2, M1. Do you know of any other guys playing?
Yeah, so another team that's in our division is a Kansas City team named Baraleros. I'm going to get killed in the chat because I have no idea how to say this word, and everyone makes fun of me every time I say it. So Baraleros, is that right?
Baraleros.
Okay, see, I have no idea. But they also are in our division or our conference for UPSL, and that team's actually coached by John Sosa, player coach.
Oh, that's right.
And then they have a few other comments guys. I think Nacho was planning on playing, but I think he's hurt. Lucas Sosa had 2 goals the first game. Unbelievable player. Adam James is playing too. Henry Ramirez. So they have quite a few comments, guys. So it'll be interesting when we play them for sure.
Yeah, sounds like
we had a little bit. Yeah, we had a little bit of banter going on in the locker room between Sosa and I and all the guys about this summer, the Sunflower Baraleros rivalry. So it's fun. It'll be interesting to see how that game goes. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Be sure. Feel free to post any of your stuff you want to post. Feel free to share it in the group and especially game links for live games because I know people are starving for soccer action if they can see some of their favorite players, or even some comment players. They can couldn't resist. Sorry. No, I think that'll be good. I think it'll be fun to watch some of those things.
Yeah, we'll definitely get the live streams in there for you.
Yep.
Aaron wants to know what's the farthest you travel for games currently in this outdoor season.
The furthest for our outdoor season during the regular season will be, Des Moines and Wichita are basically the almost the exact same distance from us from Kansas City. We're lucky as far as where we're located directly between the two, so we really don't have to go over more than about 3.5 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. We got lucky as far as, like I said, we're directly between the two and don't have to go any further than that until if we were to advance through the regular season into the national playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully we travel a little bit further.
Yeah, hopefully we get to travel a little more.
I never thought I would say that, but
yeah.
Or maybe actually better, we'll host the national playoff first round and then play the playoffs hosted and do it that way.
There you go. When is the season run to, and when would the playoffs be?
So we will go our regular season through 4th of July weekend, and then the first round of the playoffs would be the following weekend.
Okay.
And then it would run every weekend from that point up until the first weekend of August is the National Final Four.
Cool.
Very nice. So I have another question for you, Nick. So this season, we know we had a lot of interesting changes to the league. A big one was glass up versus glass down.
The big question.
What are your thoughts on it? What did you mind having the glass up?
So I will say the very first, it did take some getting used to, because the very first game, I think it was the Central Cup game, maybe against St. Louis. A ball was going, and just in my mind from playing last year, I was like, this ball's out. And it stayed in because it like hit that area of the glass where the glass is up, and it took some getting used to. I was like, oh crap, this ball's in. So, I mean, I think you get used to it, and I like it's a little bit more free flowing. I personally, I like it. The ball doesn't go out as much. I think as long as you could keep the ball in more, I get the whole fan interaction part of it, but I kind of liked it, honestly. So,
okay.
I don't know. I forget where you guys both stand on it, but I didn't mind it. So,
I'm both. I like it for the play. I hate it for the fan interaction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know the correct solution, honestly. But honestly, either way for me. So.
Although after every goal that was scored during the playoffs, I think Stefan Stokic wanted to get rid of the glass behind the bench, because that's pretty much all he did. Every goal that scored, he would like turn around and like shake like he wanted to get rid of the glass. So.
He is an intense guy, but he's a good guy to have around, right? His intensity really like brings it out of you. If you can't get excited to play when he's being a crazy person back there, I mean, I don't know what we'll do for you. But no, he's awesome. He's a good guy.
I mean,
so will you coach like that this season for Sunflower? Are we going to see you?
So that's the tricky part. So most of the time I'll be on the field, but we'll see. I would like to give some other guys some chances. I mean, we've got a lot of really good, talented players. Like I said, I mean, because we've done so well, I mean, I keep getting requests from players to try out, and a lot of people want to join. So we have Accolade, who's in the chat, Acco, who was training with the Comets at the end of the year, who I would like to – he started this last game. And then obviously Guillermo Casa, who was our leading goal scorer in MASL 3. So, I mean, we have some good forwards, so hopefully I can get them some minutes. But I'm a lot more chill when I'm coaching than when I'm playing. Let's just say that. I'm more intense when I'm playing than coaching. So, but I would like to spend some time on the sideline too. We'll see.
I think one thing though this year that's just seen in this first couple of games here that's going to allow you to do that. Just a shout out for coaching with us is Ann Murphy is stepping in and helping coach and really helping Kenny out on the side a lot as Nick's on the field more, kind of doing more of the game management from over there while he's out trying to put the ball in the back of the net a little more. So just she's doing a great job and really taking control over there. And I think Nick will second it, saying she's doing a fantastic job for us.
Yeah, she's helped out a lot, and Anne is a police officer by day or by night whenever she works. I think she's been working some nights lately, but she runs the non-for-profit Youth Rise organization, who has a bunch of, I don't know, what would you say? Joey, you describe it. What's Youth Rise?
So Youth Rise is a not-for-profit organization where what they do is they try to give people that do not have the financial ability to play club soccer an opportunity to play club soccer at a Heartland D2, D1 level, to be able to get these kids that might not have the opportunity for their parents to pay like $2 to $4 grand X amount of money each month to a opportunity to get themselves a college scholarship. And some of the guys on our team are from Youth Rise, actually, like goalkeeper Tito Flava, Javi Garcia, and one is Shia Flar, have all come from the Youth Rise Academy. And me and Andrew currently serve on the board for Youth Rise. And Youth Rise has a really well-run organization where we have a board of about 10 people that help run and keep the program funded.
Yeah, it's really incredible stuff. And Shafeo was our man of the match in our first outdoor game yesterday. Feels like a long time ago. The game yesterday, but
also the comment on that, he's also another player like Matthew. Years old.
He's 17. I thought he was 17.
He's 17.
Yeah, he's 17. He had an unbelievable game for a 17-year-old in his first semi-pro game. So definitely a big shout out to Murph. Like Eric in the chat said, she does incredible work out of the kindness of her heart, and having her join the coaching staff is awesome. She genuinely knows what she's doing, and I mean, it's incredible. I think she scares some of the guys sometimes because she's very, very intense, which is awesome. I love it.
She absolutely does.
I don't yell at them that much. I yelled at them yesterday, but I'm more of like a joker. I kind of joke around with them, and she brings the intensity. So
there you go. Hey, Eric Berger's in the chat, so I'll ask the question on your guys' behalf. Eric,
yes.
How can we get you over to one of the Sunflower games to do some play-by-play announcing? There's like a 10-second delay, so we'll just sit here and
we'll just sit.
All of a sudden, the concurrent viewers went down by one. I don't know what happened there.
He did not like the question.
Yeah.
So I know he does outdoor. He does a live play-by-play for Park University, but that's in the booth, in the announcing booth. I don't know if he does, and it's live over the PA. I don't know if he does any outdoor play-by-play like on a broadcast. That would be interesting too.
No, I think it would be incredible if we got him when we play Barleros and get all the Comets guys playing against each other. That would be a lot of fun. Maybe get them both. I don't know. Nick's a busy guy, so maybe we could get them both. Maybe not.
Oh, he announces Casey Courage doubleheaders.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
That's
awesome.
Yep. That we're gonna have 2 games this summer where the Courage and the Sunflower State are gonna have back-to-back games on the 6th and the 26th of June.
And the Courage is the women's semi-professional team. They play in, what's their league called? Andrew, do you know?
The NWS, I believe.
The UWS.
UWS. Yeah,
UWS.
And so Anne actually plays on that team too, and we're definitely excited about those. All
right. He says they know how to find me, so we're playing matchmaker here on In the Box.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Bringing people together.
Yeah. And if we can get this thing to work, or we put teams and announcers together, We have some MASL teams we can target with this as well. So let's see what we can do next season.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a kind of a particular thing for me. If you've watched a show for more than about 35 seconds, you would know that.
I am a regular viewer, but
nice.
No, we're definitely lucky where we are at the comments, and I mean,
oh yeah,
if we could get Eric out to a game, that'd be awesome.
I've been talking about like what to do with my room here in the background. I have the bases hung up and stuff, but I need to paint. I need to do something for paint because it's just this like kind of cream color, and I'm like the KC turf color would be awesome, but I think I would blind myself as soon as I turn a light on. It's just such a bright color. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
The Milwaukee Wave color. Why not? All black.
Then it'd be too dark.
It's awesome. I still have never played there. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I played back in, I think, 2015 in Tulsa with the Tulsa Revolution.
Oh,
last year that they were around. So I tried out for the Comets that year when Vladko was the coach, and I got a call back, and he basically said, go get some experience and play down in Tulsa. And then I took a 5-year break and made my return last year. But I never made that trip to Milwaukee. I broke my foot that season.
Oh.
And so I never made it up there. But I did go to Utica last year. I don't know if you were at that game.
Let's not bring that game up.
Oh. Yeah, Matt was there.
Yeah, to bring up.
I was there.
All right, that's all we need to. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
we'll leave it there.
My real quick history. I played as a kid. I was under like U12, U14ish, somewhere in there when the Wave first started. And as promos, they were having youth teams play before the games and things. And we followed the Wave on a little bitty tour. And I got to go to Chicago. And we went to Kalamazoo and went to somewhere. I want to say it was somewhere in Indiana, but I don't remember exactly. I was 12. I just followed where everyone else went. And then I got out of the game when I got into high school. I chose music over sports. I didn't really get back into watching Wave until like 2011. And at that time, KC was just wiping the floor with the Wave. There was one season where the Wave only lost to one team 6 times, and it was KC, including the playoffs. And it was like, ugh. So I'm glad things turned around a little bit for us, but I'm also glad to see KC coming up. I said a number of times that this season, that the Comets this season are the first team that reminded me of those like 2013, 2014 Comets. Since that, so
no, it's awesome. I mean, yeah, we have some great young players. I mean, Lucas Sosa's unbelievable. Rian Marquez, like no one can do what Rian Marquez does. I mean,
yeah,
he is a brick wall, literally. So I don't know if he's watching. I know he sometimes watches, but I mean, we're very lucky. And then obviously the lone players, if you want to call them. I mean, it was a really fun season. And so,
well, and Leo can still somehow have his back to the goal and make an upper 90 shot without moving.
That's
Where did
right.
that come from?
It's seriously incredible to watch because I think I'm a good finisher, and then I see Leo in practice, and everything he shoots goes in. You think, oh, maybe that's not the best shot. It went in. Doesn't matter. It's seriously incredible, and like the guy can lift his leg up to here, and every time I see it, I just think about my leg just tearing.
Right, just the whole body folding in half.
I mean, Kenny can tell you that guy does some incredible stuff. So,
yeah, Kenny's in the chat. Hey, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny Mayer, big shout out to him. He's awesome for the Comets and for us. I've also never been to. I know Gio's not here, but I've never been to the Blast Arena, and I've heard so much. I've heard so much about it. So
it looks like it can be. So the new one in Towson looks like it can be a crazy atmosphere. when it's full and there's a heated rivalry going on, and because everyone, I mean, they're literally right on. Like the Wave Arena, they allow people. They usually have like VIP areas behind the goals, and they'll set up buffets and things like that. But the most of the people aren't right on the glass. But in Baltimore or in Towson, those far goal seats are right behind the net.
Yeah.
Like if you lean forward too much, are you gonna get hit in the head when the ball goes through? Because it kind of looks like it.
It's the experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Eric says get ready for Comet Soccer next season. I'm waiting. We said this right before you guys joined that with like 2 or 3 weeks left in this past season, I was like, just get the season over already. Just let's go. There's so much weird drama and weird things going on, and the whole Charlie Gonzalez saga and that whole thing, and it's like just get the season over with. And the playoffs were amazing and the finals were amazing. And now it's like, I miss it. I want it back.
Yeah, I mean, talk about crazy playoffs. Every single game was drama. It was incredible stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, especially the semis. I mean, the semifinals were just some of the best soccer I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were insane. They were nail biters for sure. No, I'm excited for next year. I'm excited for MASL 3. I'm excited for Comets. Hopefully the sport continues to grow. I mean, I think it's incredible. My kids love going to the games. Every kid that I coach that I bring loves going to the games, Sunflower and Comets. So hopefully the sport can continue to grow.
Let's talk about like the soccer pyramid thing. I know you guys just started, so it's kind of hard to ask, what your full plans are. But do you have your, like we're gonna do this and go M2 and look at have you even talked about that, or is it? I mean, starting a team in the middle of COVID is kind of crazy as it is, but you guys made it work. So, what are your thoughts there?
So our thoughts right now, or our plan as of now is, we're playing M3 this coming. We'll play M3 again this coming winter. We've had, we're looking at different pathways, different avenues that could lead to M3. Have looked at a few that might let us move up to the M2 level potentially at some point. But really, we're just trying to, grow in a smart way. Like you kind of said, we were able to do this through, which definitely presented its challenges, and continue to do so. So we're really trying to, make the right decisions, make the right calls, the right partnerships, find the right people to work with to make it a sustainable, venture, and not try to overstretch and then, run out and end up a year down the road where we're like, well, we can't even sustain what we tried to do. So I think, our definite plan for this winter is M3 with the looking future of, open possibilities. I'll say
that. Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. It's
right.
We've seen things like Baltimore having to move to Towson. That happened at the probably one of the top franchises in history, and they had to make a big giant move. Utica made a big giant move. We had this last season where 10 teams didn't even play. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, I figured I had to ask the question just to get it out there, but I kind of knew.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. We've talked to people who are like, oh yeah, we're gonna do 1 year in M3 and 1 year in M2, and then we're gonna MASL, and then we're gonna move to Europe. We're gonna join La Liga. Whoa, wait a minute, time out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fair question, and we've had conversations, and there's definitely, looking forward to different things. It's I think you kind of hit the nail on the head though. Like, who knows what's going to happen, in the next year. There's still a lot of things up in the air so I think it's definitely just kind of taking it, week by week, season by season here, and then look where we can go as soon as things like solidify a little bit more.
Nice. Yeah, I think I like the idea of the the multiple levels and having it all under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of like fighting between PASL and what is now becoming because there's two PSLs. There's the pro and the premier, or however that works.
Yeah.
I like just having, let's get this all under one thing. We were talking before you guys joined about the new leagues that are being announced. And it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I get that there's a lot of egos in indoor soccer and that not a lot of people like each other. People are trying to make the league work as a committee, or also wanting to beat each other every week. And I had one owner tell me that we're not friends with those people that we talk to on a daily basis, but we have to make it work because it's almost like in the same, we're all gunning for that top spot, but we need to work together to get there.
Yeah, I think the pyramid, you're talking about M1, M2, M3, and then PSL involved now, has some real strong potential for building the indoor game. It's just kind of like you mentioned, a matter of making it work and figuring out exactly how to structure it and run it. And I think there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of work on it that are making it move in the right direction.
Yeah, I think bringing in Andrew Ross and Chris Economides are good for M2 and pulling that down as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll see what happens with the MASL commissioner, because I think that'll tie into things a lot in the future too.
I would personally, I would love to see some form of like the outdoor has the US Open Cup, something like that. I think that would be incredible with indoor. I don't know if it could ever work logistically, any of that stuff. That's not my job, but if it could work, that would be awesome. I would be down for it. Maybe I'll play for the Comets and while coaching Sunflower on the sideline. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Central Cup was like the closest thing we saw to that with Wichita playing.
Yeah, and it was cool. I mean, Wichita, they won one game, two games?
I thought they were going to win the whole thing after the first game they
I
played.
think they were 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Wichita, I think, surprised a lot of people, and obviously Wichita has been in the top league before. MASL, were they MASL or was that MISL?
No, it was MASL.
You're right. No, it was the MISL.
Well, but the Wichita B52s were MASL.
Yeah. So I mean, they've been around, and they're pretty well run organization. So it was kind of interesting playing them. Their second team was coaching against their second team with Sunflower, and then playing against their first team with the Comets. So that was pretty cool. But no, I mean that was awesome seeing Wichita in the Central Cup and doing well. I mean, it was fun.
So Adam, all we have to do now is just mention a US Open Cup type thing, and it'll happen.
There you go.
Just like the All-Star game.
Yes, we should. So every week we should say, so should we have a U.S. Open Cup of, and not even U.S., because there's Mexican teams and there's multiple Mexican divisions, the same as MASL. Should we have a North American Arena Soccer Cup where any team can join and any team can be competitive?
Yeah, we'll just ask everyone that from now on.
What was that, Nick?
I said speak it into existence.
Oh, but Eric did remind us that the Central Cup is not an officially sanctioned tournament. We'll need to get that sanctioned, and your teammate needs to serve a 1-game suspension there. So we're gonna.
Hey, right now we're rivals. So
okay, me too.
So there you go.
Yeah, us too.
Maybe he should serve that suspension in the Barleros game when we're playing them.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that should happen.
I mean, technically, both of those are non-sanctioned MASL tournaments or events, so I could see where it would follow.
I think that's the only logical way for him to serve it.
That makes sense to me.
No, but I mean, Sosa, I sit by Sosa in the locker room, and Sosa, he actually coaches a few of our guys on Sunflower. He coaches at Benedictine College.
Okay.
In Atchison, Kansas. and we have quite a few players from their team. What do you think, Joe?
We have about 4 to 5 now, and last year we had about 7 to 8.
Yeah, so we actually have a lot of his guys, so it's kind of like an interesting dynamic. Me coaching his guys, and then him coaching his guys, and then us playing together, and then coaching against each other. But he's a good guy. He gets very intense on the field, but he's a good leader to have in the locker room, and he sometimes takes it a little far, but he genuinely helps the young guys so much. Having him and Leo and Stokic and all of these older players like Lucas Rodriguez last year, I mean, they've helped us so much, and that's why we were able to do what we did this year with the younger guys like me, Henry, Hector. I'm calling myself young here, guys. All the Sunflower guys in the chat are gonna make fun of me, but newer to the indoor game. That's how we were successful. So Sosa's a big part of it, and Ramon. I forgot Ramon. So
yeah, I mean he's an easy player to dislike as a rival team.
I get it,
but I mean I didn't like Danny Waltman either when he played for the Comets, and now I'm a fan. So it helped that he moved all the way across the country.
I mean that guy's a monster.
I don't get it.
Danny Wallman's so good, man. He's incredible. I never got to play with him, but
yeah, he left pretty much right after that. You played in Tulsa then.
Yeah, I don't know if he was playing when we played against them. They probably rested a lot of their players when they played against us, to be honest. But I mean, he was frustrating in that game this year against Tacoma. I mean,
oh yeah.
He killed it. He had some unbelievable saves that game. So
well, he basically won the All-Star game too.
Yeah. Oh, I was there too. He was incredible.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He was very fun to watch. He's a good guy too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most people. I think you know. I talk a lot of shit about Sosa, but I think he and I would probably get along fine if we met each other in person.
Yeah, it's actually very funny. Him and Kenny. I don't know if Kenny's still in the chat, but him and Kenny go back and forth all day, every day. Practice, traveling, everything. They just go back and forth, and it's actually quite funny. If you didn't know that they were joking, you would think that they hated each other, but they're actually very good friends.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, hey guys, I think we should call it a night here. Let you get back to your after practice and after game relaxation and getting ready for practice again tomorrow, probably.
When's the next
if you guys, so next game is this Sunday, the 9th at 5 o'clock. It's playing at the same Mill Valley High School. We'll have it live streamed. We'll definitely get you guys that link as well.
Yeah.
We're playing another team from Wichita, Sporting Wichita. It'll be their opening game for the UPSL season, and then our second, obviously. And then if you guys don't mind, I'd like to give a couple shout-outs to our sponsors because without them, absolutely none of this would be possible. So one of our biggest sponsors is Neuromix. They're out of Minnesota. Owner's name's Pete Schuster. All over everything on our jerseys. They are absolutely our biggest supporter. They have helped fund things, help spread the word, help all that stuff. We couldn't do anything without them. And then others are Dark Horse out of California, giving us some video equipment and eventually some wearables that we're going to use at practice. Local places, Williams Family Dentistry, which is all three of us have different connections with the Williams family. Nick coached their kids. I coached some of their kids. Joey knows the family as well. They've been a big supporter of ours as well. And then Auto Off Terrace car dealership is owned by one of the original founders of Sunflower back before it was even Sunflower. And they've also been a huge supporter of ours. They're on the back of our jerseys. So those four have been absolutely incredible along with. So there we go. Got both of them showing. Fantastic.
Right. You're a model for today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for modeling the jerseys for us. But for without those guys, all this entire conversation wouldn't be happening for us and wouldn't have happened through the pandemic or any other time. So we are, eternally grateful. And I know these two will back me up in saying for those guys.
Yeah.
And I just saw one today for Kelly's Westport Inn.
Yes, then we just added them in as of literally yesterday and today. They will be coming on board as well.
Yep. And also just a quick shout out to the staff for making this all possible. Without them and the founding members of the organization, none of this would have been possible in the first place. And especially to all the guys who helped start this 2 to 3 years ago and had this idea and bringing this all together. And especially we couldn't have done it without any one of us not putting in the effort and keeping the dream alive.
I've got no shout outs. I'm sorry. Maybe my girlfriend, who's probably mad that I locked her out of the room, and the kids. But no, seriously, we gotta get you a jersey, Adam, and then we gotta get Gio a jersey. I know he's not here. I was disappointed about that. He's been a big Sunflower guy, so we gotta get you some jerseys.
I think
What just happened?
He's trying to tackle. I think he tried to tackle way too many things at once.
Black.
What's that? We lost Matt.
I can still.
Adam left. Did Adam
I can still see him.
No, I don't know what's happening.
I'm still here.
I see all of you guys.
I see everybody.
Okay.
No,
I can see everyone.
It went black, and then everyone except Adam, and now Adam.
Okay.
What are you doing over there, Adam?
I'm not I don't have the power to ban anyone from this chat. But yeah, so I think Gio just tried to do too many things and had to cut something out of his life, and it was unfortunately a kind of good timing for him because the season is over, bad timing for us. But we're hoping we're gonna keep sweet talking him to come back.
Yeah, I'll keep peer pressuring him too.
There you go. He made the logo, he made the In The Box logo, he made all the he's the one basically running all the social media. We come in and post stuff in the Facebook group and we do this show, but he's been behind the scenes for everything else. He's done all the videos, all the like promo things. He was working with M2 for a while for doing videos and things for them. And I think he just said, you know what, I can't graduate school, and he somehow got himself into an ownership group for an outdoor team out in Baltimore area.
I've seen him posting about that. That's awesome. But no, I mean, from all of us, I mean, I watch the podcast almost every single week, if not every single week, and I love it. I mean, I think what you guys are doing is awesome, and I mean, it's incredible both from the Comets standpoint and Sunflower. I mean, if you guys can do MASL 1, MASL 2, and MASL 3, that would be awesome. But I enjoy listening. I think it's awesome to be on here. So thank you a lot for having us.
Yeah, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm
we
glad we were able to
appreciate
get
it.
this to work. And I'm thanks to everyone in the chat 2 weeks ago. I had no idea you guys were even watching. And then someone mentioned Sunflower and the chat just lit up. And it's like, where did you guys all come from? So I said right there, I'm like, I don't know. Like, we had to take a week off because we just, for our own sanity's sake. But yeah, I'm like, May 3rd. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Like, May 3rd, we are doing Sunflower Night. So I'm glad we were able to make it happen.
Yeah, that's awesome. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, we'll do it again when closer to when M3 season starts for sure.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Sounds great. Thank you for taking the time with us today.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a good night. Matt,
all right,
stick around for a little bit to kind of close things out.
Sounds good.
We'll do a quick time out here, Matt.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
like I said, quick timeout while Matt yawns. Oh, I should have gone a little bit longer. Sorry.
You should have. I was saying, like, you're like, okay, I'm going to go. And I'm like, oh, no, don't do it yet. Thanks. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah. Do you want me to go back to the timeout or did?
No. Good. Oh, no signal. Oh, boy.
All right. Thank you, everyone from Sunflower State, all the fans, all the players, team members, everybody and of course, Nick, Andrew, and Joey for joining. That was a lot of fun. We'll have to do. We haven't really played with the whole Geo leaving us thing. We haven't done any planning to figure out what we're gonna do. So we'd like to. It's not gonna be as. I don't. Maybe it will be. I do have a list of a lot of people that I'd like to get on the show that once the season started, just the commitments from all the players and traveling and things like that weren't able to do it. But we have a lot of list of people who we've talked to who said they'd be interested in coming on.
I think kind of bridge the gap between this season and next season, maybe do like a year in review or something like that, where we can kind of go over things like each team in review and kind of see where they go from here, if lone players are going to stay, and even talk about the teams that didn't play that will probably play.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. So
yes, Nick.
Do we want to start that next week then?
Yeah, I mean we can absolutely do that.
Start from the bottom and go up.
Yeah.
Dallas and Florida. I mean,
Florida
and Florida. Yeah, let's figure. So if you guys remember, Matt, I know you remember, but if anyone in the chat remembers, that's how this show started. So Matt was going to do a week with a team and have a different person on for every team, and you did Utica with. Wasn't it just you?
I think so. I want to say yes. I want to say it was just me.
And then you're like, hey, do you want to come on and do the wave? I'm like, sure. And after 45 minutes of screwing around trying to figure out how to get two people on a Facebook Live, we talked for an hour or 2 hours or whatever it was, and you're like, you just want to do this every week? I'm sure. Apparently we're not going anywhere, so.
And then it snowballed into 5-hour episodes, and
we've never had a 5-hour episode. We've had a couple 4-hour. Had a 4.
I mean, 4-hour, 5-hour. It's all pretty much rolls into one anyway. So
once you get Huffman on and you start talking, it's time has no meaning.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder how him and his Chuck are doing.
Huh?
The Chuck that he had in bed with him that one day.
Yeah, that's right. I think there's been things been done with that check that we probably don't want to know about or hear about or see.
That's no, we're not gonna. No, but if you guys have any suggestions, any topics you want us to bring up during the show, let us know in the chat. Let us know on the Facebook page. Yeah, but I think a year in review would be good. Maybe try and get a player from each of those teams on. I mean, I do know a player that played for Dallas that we haven't had on the show yet that we really wanted to get on the show.
If it's the person I'm thinking of, he was not able to make Friday nights. So now that we're on Mondays, that might be easy.
Right.
That might work. Do we want to talk? So we'll have to figure this out. Maybe check the CZECH. Aaron said slightly different check. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to have players on when we talk about them, or maybe what we could do is have a player on from each. Do the year in review as just a one-night show next week, and then have one player from each team coming into the league for next season. Do it that way.
So just have us two
Maybe we can talk more shit about the teams.
Okay, that's fine.
Because there's,
I'm down with that. I'm down for whatever.
But we won't know how many teams are really coming back until the week after the first game starts.
Yeah. So we can do. We'll do year in review.
All right. Even though we did that, not really. We did the championship series in review.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about like our favorite game or.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good to do.
Okay.
Anyone in the chat, anyone who happens to see this, if anyone is interested in helping out on the graphic design portion of the In the Box experience, let me know. I have a lot of irons in the fires in the pots, wrenches in the monkeys. I have a lot of monkeys in the fire. No, that's not right.
Dongles in the computer?
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, so I read this study that said that humans actually eat more bananas than monkeys. And I thought for a second, I was like, well, that's interesting. But then I was like, I don't even remember the last time I had a monkey.
I can't believe it. Jeez, crow jokes. Every week it happens. He throws in a little joke. Then I walk around the table and then I sit back down.
Aaron, no, the graphics did not have to be good. You see what we're dealing with here. Actually, Geo made this corn dog graphic for In the Box, and it's one of the most amazing things ever. And you know exactly what it is when you're looking at it. It's a corn dog referee in a box.
Right.
There's no question at all on what it is. And I've had questions like, well, why does it have a striped shirt? Because everyone knows striped shirt means ref. But they don't have striped shirt refs in MS. Who cares? Everyone knows it's a ref. You know exactly what I'm looking at you, Sid. What? Corn dogs in the oven. Close.
Yeah. They're probably good in the oven.
There was a I don't have it anymore.
You're not doing another joke, are you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I did have what I did not bring up was this. I didn't bring that up tonight. The corn dog and the sunflower compliments of Dave Kovaleski. Somehow worlds collide. Everything comes together. Human sacrifice, cats and dogs living together.
Oh, I can't. Done.
Yeah. So, 2-hour mark. I think it's probably time to call it.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We will next week we'll do a kind of a year in the review. The year in review.
Yes, year in the review. Yes.
Show up being prepared to talk about your favorite games, your least favorite games, your most favorite thing of the season, your least favorite thing of the season, That's about all. That's all we have. And then thoughts on all the teams.
We'll think of other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Until next week, enjoy the wonderful music of Underground Hive.
Yeah.
Irons in the fire is less than corn dogs in the oven. Yeah, that's true, Aaron. By the way, I don't have a graphic for this. I probably should have come up with one. I don't know what that was. Let me try this.
It looked like it was a zoomed in type. I don't know.
It zoomed in 150 times and then did not work correctly. So never mind. I was going to show a copy of my band's album cover for the new album we just released on Friday. What month is it? April 30th. Underground Hive, Themes from Strange Dreams, available on all streaming platforms. If you just search for Underground Hive, you should find us. We're the goofy looking guys with the bee theme and called Underground Hive. Take a listen. We're working on the outro music. I don't have a way to fade in. Oh, I should look at that. A way to fade in outro music and then change scenes to the outro. I'll have to look at that. I'm not sure it's possible. For now, enjoy this for a couple of minutes and have a good night. We'll see you later.
Yeah.